What is up, you beautiful people out there on the internet? It is I, Michael Shockman, here with this week's episode in our second season of D&D 5e Simplified, where we cover in this week's episode the humans of the worlds of D&D. Really quick before we dive into things, this is going to be a really quick episode. Please do me a favor and smash the like button and hit the subscribe button. It helps out immensely with the algorithm here on YouTube, so thank you so much. Secondly, please be sure to comment down below. Are you a variant human or are you a standard human? Do you prefer all of the intricacies of being a variant human and whatever that may entail in your particular game? Or do you just like the flat bonus across the board of +1 to all your stats? Let me know. Anyway, folks, here we go into the human. So, like I said, this is going to be really, really short, which is kind of ironic considering that humans have one of the longest number of sub-races in them, but those sub-races can change, so I'm not really going to list all of them here, aside from their names. Um, as far as the mechanics of human, humans get as stock standard, get a get a +1 to each of their ability scores, +1. Humans age at about reach adulthood in their late teens and generally live less than a century, obviously. Humans are very widely in height and build, and from barely 5 feet to well over 6 feet tall. Regardless of their position, their size is medium. Their base walking speed is 30 feet because they're about average. And languages, they can speak, read, and write common and one extra language of their choice. Humans typically learn the languages of other peoples they deal with, including obscure dialects. They are fond of sprinkling their speech with words borrowed from other tongues, orc curses, elvish mystical expressions, dwarvish military phrases, and so on. Now, that I just mentioned to you was the standard human. I know I said there were a bunch of sub races, but that's more of a role-playing type of thing. In terms of the mechanics, this is the one thing that makes the humans unique. There are technically two sets of mechanics. So you take everything I just said, and you go to the variant human, which, just as a personal thing, in my games that I run, I generally have the variant humans be Fey-blooded, or some other type of outside-blooded, either Fey-touched, or Astro-touched, or what have you, which kind of helps to explain these mechanical things. Variant humans, as a variant rule, get a +1 to 2 different ability scores of their choice instead of the +1 to all of them. They get access to 2 proficiencies or gain proficiency in 1 skill of their choice, and they get a feat, which is huge, and they get that at first level, which is huge. Now, just as kind of an aside, some people, some DMs, myself included, generally, if it's in the right campaign and a person goes with the variant human feat or the variant human version, I generally restrict the feat that they get. I don't let them choose what it is. It's generally depending on what world I'm running in, because I have several. It's generally Magic Initiate or something else akin to that. Maybe Eldritch Adept or something like that if we're using Tasha's. So and that kind of gives the idea that their outside blood gives them some magic, which is kind of cool. Anyway, guys, that's gonna about cover it for today's thing on the humans. The one thing I can say about humans is they're kind of an everyman, quite literally. They are a catch-all. Play a human if you want to play a Boromir or an Aragorn or a pretty much anything in between. Whether you want to play the ruffian, the ranger, the king, or the commoner, I would highly recommend them. Anyway, guys, really quick before we sign off, please do me a favor and follow the links down in the description. You know what they do, you know where they go, you know what to do. I'm Michael Shockman, I've been your host and commentator, and remember, as always, guys, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we'll see you guys again soon in the Institute. Bye-bye, guys.